Good morning. It's Sunday. It's the 8th Sunday I'm self-quarantined in China because of COVID-19. It honestly took me quite a while to adjust to this self-quarantine life and keep my days at home positive, productive, and healthy. So I just wanted to share a chill Sunday in my self-quarantine life with you. I like to put on some relaxing music and start my day with coffee. I recently bought this espresso machine on Alibaba for just $50 and man, it was such a life changer. I didn't realize I was so addicted to coffee until I had my first sip after 2 whole months. I'm still learning to use this machine and my latte quote-unquote art looks like a pile of foamy poop, but that could become my new hobby some other day. We'll see. I used to listen to the news every morning when I was a motivated college student trying to get into management consulting, but as I come to terms with my life rapidly converging to the mean, I realized it's not the best way to fight off my crazy internal monologues with the catastrophes going on around the world, or even worse, a quote from Trump. So instead, I put on some music and just prime myself with a good mood while letting my internal monologues run itself out. With a clear mind, I'm looking forward to the day. Having a clean and pleasant environment is extremely important if you spend an extensive time at home. It makes you look forward to being productive and taking proper care of yourself. For the lack of better words, it's important to feel nice if you want to have a nice day. My tip for organizing is to keep everything you don't use out of sight. I would also recommend adding your favorite plant or piece of art to your desk so you associate a good, positive mood with work. It's Sunday, there's no real work to do, but I feel like if I just spent all day watching Netflix, I'd feel like I didn't do anything. So I jot down a few things on my bullet journal so that if I did this, then I'm allowed to feel accomplished for the day. I also wrote down some fun things that I felt inspired to do. I've been really into making over my room lately, so I wrote down some DIY projects and shopping lists. I'm still trying to figure out a bullet journal system, but for now I'm just trying out whatever comes to mind. Hopefully in a few weeks that'll evolve into a system of its own. Working on my own without any real deadlines has always been really hard for me because I'm very easily distracted and just have weak willpower in general. This is when I like to use psychology, which happens to be what I studied in college, to motivate myself. Motivation, as I understand it, is basically using rewards to reinforce desirable behaviors and punishment to eliminate undesirable ones. So I noticed what I do in a day basically fall into 3 categories. What I should do, like editing a video or filing taxes, things that could be enjoyable but just takes a little bit of effort, so mentally I feel like avoiding it. There are also things that I just want to do, like finding a new rug for my bedroom. And also there are things that are just a pure waste of time, like scrolling through Instagram aimlessly and end up spending hours on it without even realizing it. So I like to use the what I want to do category as a reward to reinforce what I should do. So here's how it works. I would tell myself that if I finish editing this video, I can go on Taobao and find a rug for my bedroom. Versus if I didn't finish it by the end of this week, then for the next week, I can't watch Best Dressed to admire Ashley's aesthetics and cry over her post-graduation existential crisis video for like the 3rd time because I relate to every single bit of it. It sounds like a very simple system, but what it does is it associates rewards with doing what you should do and punishment with wasting time. So you naturally like getting work done and avoid wasting time. Well, that sounds ideal, doesn't it? It's lunchtime and I'm making myself grilled chicken. I used to eat poorly for like the first several weeks of my self-isolation, but in time I realized the key to keeping a healthy diet when you're at home surrounded by tons of food is to plan what you eat maybe a day in advance. You don't have to be very rigorous with the plan at all. So for example, today I plan to eat coffee and cookies for breakfast, grilled chicken for lunch, bananas and some yogurt for dinner, and maybe some eggs for a late night snack if I'm feeling hungry. This is my diet so far. I know it doesn't make much sense, but I'm working on it. There's no set quantities, and I want to make sure to allow myself at least 1 meal every day where I can just eat to my heart's content. This is so that I can take my mind off of food and won't constantly think about it throughout the day. When I'm at home, it's very difficult to exercise. It's funny because I used to be all about at-home workouts and was really scared to go to the gym because I was so embarrassed by my clumsy forms. But I've been going to the gym and like maybe lifting some weights for the past couple of years, and now I really drag doing at-home workouts because somehow I feel like I'm above it. I'm not really. These at-home workouts can be really challenging, and I'm just lazy and have kind of given up on fitness after being a slug for 3 months. I find watching workout videos from my favorite fitness YouTubers to really help me get out of a fitness slump. I'll link some of my favorite channels below. I found this new channel today called Mad Fit, and she does at-home workouts with great music, so I wanted to follow along with her today. I actually posted an Instagram story of my workout and sent pictures to some of my friends who are also in self-quarantine. I'm usually pretty anti-social media because I think it's honestly kind of rude to post little things about your life and demand people's attention on it when they don't have a lot to get out of it. But social media in this strange time of social distancing really offers a level of comfort and companionship that is unparalleled in any other form. I decided to light a candle and make macrame. Scents really help me calm down. If you tend to overthink or are prone to anxiety like me, I would highly recommend using your favorite candle, incense, or diffuser, whatever is your poison. It really changes the vibes of your space immediately. The candle I'm using is Amber and Moss from PF Candle, and you can get it from Urban Outfitters. I picked up macrame because I needed to make a plant hanger for my room makeover, but it turned out to be an awesome way to create some peace and quiet amidst all the craziness going on around the world. I feel like growing up I've never had a hobby. Like everything I learned when I was a kid was more for my resume. It was never for fun. But since I started working, I realized hobbies are actually so important because they give you a sense of accomplishment while you're relaxing. Like, it's okay for me to have a day of just relaxing if I finished a big project, but I would never be able to take a day just because and feel good about it at the end of the day. So I guess a chill hobby like macrame is perfect for someone who likes to feel accomplished even on a day of relaxation. I'm pretty happy with this end result, but let me tell you, there's just too much editing between the actual long and painful process of making this and what you just saw. So that's the last macrame I'm ever gonna make. I'll see you next week. Damn, I just made a commitment. Okay, bye!